Do this again. Good evening. This is Florence Donald with the Personal and Purposeful Productivity Show. And I'm here to ask you a question tonight, and we're going to answer it. The question is, do you find yourself saying, I just don't have time to do this weekly review? It takes too long, and therefore you end up skipping it. If you do, then tonight I'm going to share some tips, strategies, and hacks with you to help you get through a weekly review in 30 minutes. And I'm actually going to break down exactly how those 30 minutes are going to be used. And so I'm excited. We here at the show and myself, I help entrepreneurs, professionals, and faith-based organizations achieve their purpose and create value through friction-free productivity systems. And so I'm excited to have some folks here with us tonight, and I'm going to get you recognized. Of course, I will start with the man himself, Mr. Walter Strong from The Huddle. He's on every Saturday morning at 11 o'clock on The Huddle with Walter Strong. If you do not hear him, I would encourage you to come by and say hello. Welcome, Walter. I'm going to say hello to Tech Troublemaker, who is here with us this evening. Thank you for being with us, Roy. I like the change in your picture. It looks great, sir. I can't wait for your Christmas special that's coming in. We also have, right, live is live, right? Walter says to me, the joy of live streaming. Every time I do something, I just go, Florence, but it's okay. We also have Frank Jackson in the meeting with us tonight in the building. Thank you, Frank, for coming by, seeing us. I'm going to go ahead and get right into the material tonight, because these are probably going to be a little bit different than what most other content creators say to do. In fact, I know that they are. Many of them are. But they're what I use every week. So the first one is taking 3 minutes at the start of your 30-minute meeting with yourself. Just 3 minutes, 3 little minutes, to read and review your affirmations. Now, why would you start with your affirmations? Because we have a habit, all of us humans, myself, you, and everyone else, we don't pay attention to how we talk to ourselves and what we say about ourselves. And our affirmations are those reminders. I was 21, 22, somewhere I was in my 20s, the first time I read a book with the title of What You Say When You Talk to Yourself. And that was really where personal affirmations was introduced to me. And it allowed me to remind myself of in every area of my life. So taking that 3 minutes to read yourself what your affirmations are. I have a Bible verse that is included in my affirmations. So whatever they are, whether they're things you've written yourself, quotes you've gotten, Bible verses that you had, parts of speeches that you've heard, whatever you use, the first thing is to take 3 minutes. So you remind yourself of who you are and what you have accomplished, what you are accomplishing. And then you can go into the rest of the 27 minutes with the frame of mind knowing that you've already conquered whatever is coming next, right? So number one, take 3 minutes and go through your personal affirmations. Number two, then we get into creativity. Take a piece of paper or take a note app, whatever you use on your phone, on your computer, on your iPad, on whatever tablet you have, and spend 5 minutes just letting your mind go free. No constraints, no budget constraints, no time constraints, no people constraints, no constraints whatsoever. And whatever has been troubling you or that you want to get better at or you want to do, just do some time ideating. Draw doodles, draw a mind map, write it out in a list, sing it if you need to. Just ideate and mind sweep. Let all your creativity come out. We're doing this before we get into the mundane. Because then when we get into the mundane, we may actually have already come up with enough ideas to solve a problem that we see in our system. So number 2 is take the time. It doesn't take long. 5 minutes. Let your mind flow. Ideate and get a mind sweep out in whatever tool you use. I'm going quickly tonight. Number 3 is then take a look at your week very quickly. This is 5-minute exercise. Take a look at your calendar, look through your journal that you've been writing for the week, lessons that you've learned. Take a look and just spend 5 minutes, not a lot of time, 5 minutes, but being intentional about the 5 minutes to reflect. What do I reflect on? I reflect primarily for me on when I've done something that really was not what I should have done. I reflect on lessons that I've learned through the week, whether they're professional, personal, relationship, health, wherever in my life, my vocation, right, my education. I reflect on all of it. And even in that 5 minutes, I may do a little baby journaling, just a small amount of journaling in there. So if you've already gotten value from these first 3 tips, hit the like button. Put a comment in the comments down below. Share your feedback with me and make sure that you're taking away from this time and you can reflect on it, frankly, later. If this is not something that you have a habit of doing and it's a regular part of your week, it will change a lot. For me, a good portion of my reflection time recently has been around doing live streaming. What have I learned? What did I do well? What mistakes did I make? Tonight I made a mistake. It's not the end of the world because I've already affirmed that I'm going to succeed. So it's not going to deter me. It's just, okay, that's one other thing for you to put on your checklist and make sure you check for it before you hit the go live button. So the reflection is super important and it will fuel you because you can see where you've been and that will help you decide on your own where you want to go next. What do you want to put in place next? And so it really is a powerful move to do that. So the next one, tip number 4, is now the nitty-gritty. Most people start here. I have 3 steps for 4 here. This one you're going to spend 7 minutes on, and that is just going through your list of active projects. This is not creating new projects. This is not planning your project. I'm telling you what it's not, and then I'm going to tell you what it is. It's looking through your active projects and any open loops that you've got in your task management system or on a piece of paper, wherever you keep them. Thank you. I'm going to put that up. Well, I love it. And then you can start to ask yourself questions and answer them. Is this project that's active, is it one that I want to be working on now? Is it one that is necessary for me to be working on and have something next week? Is it something that I want to reprioritize? Are these truly my priorities? Looking at my goals, thinking about my goals, are these things part of my goals? Whether they're goals with your work, goals in your home, goals if you're a live streamer in your YouTube live streaming endeavor, if they're goals in your church, wherever your goals are these active projects leading me to accomplish the goals? Are they the priorities right now? Do I need to change something? That's that reviewing your project list. It's not reviewing tasks, it's just reviewing it. Once you determine that those active projects, whether you've add some, remove some, change some, then you're ready to say, go to the next step. You're ready to say to yourself, now what? Answer for yourself. I've determined that these projects, these open loops I have, they're the priorities. I'm going to keep them. So what now what? What do I do? I've spent this 7 minutes. I've done the reflection. My mind is focused. Now what? This is the last step in the process. For each of those projects that you determine are still valid, they're on your priority list, determine at least one next action to take in the next week for them. This is not a whole 30-page, 300-line project plan. At least one to move you forward. This is not, some people take this too far. Notice I haven't done a lot of the traditional things that people do in their weekly review. And the reason I haven't done it, I don't do it that way, is because of my habit of working through my daily routine. Every day, remember I shared, if you haven't, I'll show you where you can get that information later. But every day, in the morning and in the evening, I have a routine. So those mundane daily things, I've already taken care of them in my daily routine. I don't need to take the time during my weekly review because those things are already, those activities, those actions have already been taken care of day to day in my daily routine. So that's my secret for getting through 30 minutes every week. It's an appointment that I keep with myself. So yes, put the appointment on your calendar and keep the appointment with yourself. You're important. So treat yourself with the importance that you are. And you will find yourself making strides in areas that maybe you weren't making strides in before. So I want to put this message up on the screen because I really like this, and it's a reminder for me, right? So reflection and getting better and learning. Mr. Strong says, there I go again, and I'm going to see if I can get this on here. Listening to music before I go live is very important in me having a productive show. Absolutely. And if listening to music, this is a tip. If what he just said would resonate to you, if you are a person that listening to music would help you get in the frame of mind, maybe you listen to music while you're doing your affirmation. Maybe you listen to music not only preparing for your live stream like he just shared, but you listen to music while you're doing that 30-minute weekly review. Now, I happen to be a person, I need silence. So that wouldn't work for me. I need it to be quiet. But if you are a person, who music will help you focus, be able to get through it, have it be a pleasant experience, use music. It works. It absolutely works. So if you have not done so and you're here with us as a part of the replay crew, go ahead and subscribe as you're watching this material. If you're part of the live stream and you're here watching tonight and you're not commenting, but you're doing something else. You're maybe working with your children, maybe you're preparing dinner or reading or studying or out running an errand, but you're listening. When you get an opportunity and you're back at your phone or your tablet or your computer, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell so that you're notified when we're going live and when other material that's going to start coming out comes out. We have 11 folks with us tonight. So that is awesome, awesome, awesome. And if you don't know, I will share with you what you can do is just log into your Gmail account and come on over to YouTube and you can join the conversation in the comments. And you can comment later. I want to ask you to also be open to leaving me questions that I can answer for you. I'll either answer them directly or I'll make a video to answer the question. And so that will give other people an opportunity to hear and for me to be able to share what I know with you and what I've done and what I do with you. So we have some resources tonight that I want to share with you, and I shared this with you earlier. I've got a playlist called Plan Your Productive Day. I'm going to include this live stream video in the playlist because it definitely is part of planning your productivity. You know, there's the morning routine, the evening routine, how to do a brain dump, and doing your weekly review is part of planning your productivity. And so I will include not only this in that playlist, but the others are there. If you're following the channel and you subscribed, that playlist is already up and running and has some material there for you. So we introduced a couple of weeks ago, I'm going to give you time to think about it, win of the week. Before that, we've got some folks, so start thinking what your productivity win of the week is. Welcome to Gwen. Thank you so much for coming by, saying hello to us, and love having us have you join in. We have 12 folks joining in tonight, so folks are creeping in a little bit to get this material tonight and to hear. And if you want to comment, I would love to see your comment come through. So with that, we've talked about that. So for those who are in the chat with us this evening, what is your productivity win of the week? I would love to share with you and celebrate your win. Celebrate your win with you. So you did something different. You changed a part of your system. You removed some friction that you had. Let's hear about it. Let's share that. My productivity win this week was I got my 2023 book. I told you all I have this book. Well, this is a whole year in one book. And so my 2023 version came in already, and I've started laying out the material in there. So this book has a monthly calendar, 52 weekly calendars, and then a page for every day of the year, and then it's got some blank pages. And so there's a lot that I pack in this one little book every year. So my 2023 one came in, and I'm already getting it ready to go. I've got some interesting and fun topics. So who else has a productivity win of the week that you want to share? Would love to hear about it. It will be fun. While you're doing that, I'm going to share a summary. So the summary is, this is just 5 little steps, 5 quick steps, 3 minutes to read your affirmations. That's step 1. Oh boy. 5 minutes to do some creative thinking, and whatever problems or ideas, just ideate for 5 minutes. Get it out, draw a mind map, draw a stick man, do whatever you want, color, paint, whatever. Just do creative thinking. Let your mind run free. 5 minutes reflecting on your past week. This kind of, in looking at your journal, set out those lessons, those takeaways, the things that you want to move forward. This is the time to capture that and move it forward. Number 4 is then you look at your active projects and open loops, and you spend just 7 minutes on this part, believe it or not, 7 minutes, but make sure they're still valid and productive and they're moving you to what you want to achieve. And then the last one is give every active project a next action. This is where the work comes in, and this is where you spend most time. It's 10 minutes. So you've got 3 minutes on step 1, 5 minutes on step 2, 5 minutes on step 3, 7 minutes on step 4, and 10 minutes on step 5, and you're finished. That is your 30 minutes. Line it out that way, work through it, and you will get through your weekly review, and it'll be something that you can follow and not overwhelming, which is what we don't want. We don't want to be overwhelmed with this stuff. So who has a win of the week to share? Anybody? Let me just check and see if I've seen any. Okay, we got one. We got a couple. All right. So Walter says the win of the week has been being able to have a smile on your face this week. Awesome, awesome, awesome. That is indeed, sir, a great win. Because sometimes life can have us where we don't want to smile. And we have to really, 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 really work at it. And then he also says the joy of being able to smile in life. Yes, there is joy in that. And I absolutely agree with you. So we've got a few other people who've joined us. If you want to and you're inclined to and you want to share your productivity win of the week, feel free, and I welcome you to put it in the comments down below, and we'll go ahead and shout you out. So excited to have you here this evening. So we've gone through our summary for this evening and how you break down those 5 steps to get through your weekly review. That is how to do it. It's how I do it. I don't make it hard, and I don't make it something that is friction. It's just smooth running, and just get through it. So with that, I'm going to say to you, good night. The live stream, after this is processed, there will be another video here for you to watch. Want to have you join us. Watch that video. I'm pointing the wrong way. There you go. Watch the video that pops up, and go ahead and go back and look at the videos in the playlist that I brought up as a resource, which I know I tell you all every week. I love giving you resources. You don't just have to listen to me. There are other resources, and I try to share a book or something with you every week that you can go and pull some knowledge and information from. So with that, I'm going to say good night to everybody. Have a great, great, great weekend, and I will see you next Friday at 6:30 p.m.